How do we start this?
I'm Caleb. I'm Haley. And
We'll all go down the line. I'm Caleb.
I'm Haley.
I'm Cameron.
I'm Allison.
And I'm having coffee with my ex.
And my ex's
My
ex.
ex's ex and my boyfriend.
Oh my God. Wow. Okay, so it's been a while. This is our second episode back from our little break, but we haven't technically recorded the first episode back.
Right.
So this is like our first time actually being like in the podcast mode, and I don't even know what to do with myself.
It feels like day one.
It does
is
feel
what
like
feels
day one. I need to relearn everything I've ever known.
The cadence, the flow. What
I have none.
Weren't you
Good
supposed
news.
to record an intro song?
Oh yeah.
You've had time on your break.
My name is Caleb and it's...
No, don't tell. Don't
Oh.
do it. It's gonna be a secret. Anyways, this is a cocktails with my ex
Yes,
edition.
it
We
is.
didn't say that, so we're not having coffee. We're having cocktails.
Cocktails, cheers everybody.
Cheers.
Now,
Cocktail.
you didn't hear a ding because Cameron got non-breakable glasses because he's got sick of
Literally,
all of us breaking his glasses.
No one cares.
Like
I do.
Haley breaks all of our glasses.
I did not. I've never broken a single glass.
That's a lie.
true.
You have one.
No, I have not. The only time I've ever broken a glass is when we were in Cabo, and I accidentally pushed that glass over the balcony, and it fell eight stories.
That could have hurt
I
somebody.
know. I was like,
I don't remember that.
Juice.
Don't
Juice,
talk to my son.
Juice, this is too much. Can you?
Juice, you can be
Be rid
whatever
of
you
him.
want to be.
Okay, so
won't
there's a lot.
stop.
Can we start this with a shot?
Yeah.
All
Okay,
right.
so I made these lemon drop shots that aren't lemon drop.
They have all turned into different layers.
They're very cloudy.
This is disgusting.
So don't ask me for the recipe.
Is it? It's vodka though.
Uh-huh.
All right. All right. To my mom and grandma who are watching this episode.
Cheers.
Oh, they're not.
Okay.
It's so big.
Okay.
That was,
That was
bad at
actually
all.
good. I like
I mean,
that.
it wasn't a lemon drop.
It wasn't a lemon drop.
it was different.
Can we talk about Allison's look? Because I feel like this trip you've evolved into this like super diva Power Ranger pop star.
It's just no.
It's
It's,
just
just an
it's just the
illusion.
watch
It's
band.
It's the watch band and the
just the
purple
hair.
hair. I feel like you rock purple hair better than anyone I know.
I haven't changed anything else about it.
Caleb, literally, fuck you.
Yeah.
Okay, my drink is awful.
All right.
Ooh, my hair.
So we thought that today, since we don't remember how to be podcasters, we would start off by getting questions from the audience, which we did 15 minutes ago. So
Cute.
Well,
would you like
did
me to
15
start?
minutes ago.
My
Haley
drink
did
is so bad. You guys
it's
can
like
put grapefruit in it.
crawling down my esophagus right
Well,
What is it?
this tequila grapefruit sucks ass.
now. My unnamed seltzer water doesn't suck ass that Haley won't let me put in because we're not being paid for it.
That's right.
Mine looks.
Yet she's
pretty.
wearing a Reebok hat.
This is not an athletic thing happening here.
That's for sure. All right, so Sam Cushing, I love him.
Okay, Caleb, the vibe between you and I, for whatever reason, is
It's
off, and
always
now
off.
is not the time.
It is. When is it on?
It's always hostile.
on-
No,
Only
you were the one who was just
She's
being
pointing her
hostile.
finger at me. Do you see that?
Were you not?
If you're listening to that, she's pointing directly
Cameron,
at
am
me.
I wrong? Do we want this unnamed seltzer in the podcast when
I'm
we
being
have
verbally
never had a
attacked.
brand
I
deal?
just had therapy and I was told to lead with love, and you are not leading with love.
I did not have therapy, therefore I did not leave it alone.
I just want it to be known the only time you guys are vibing is like 3 a.m. and you're watching.
That's true.
You're watching
Yeah.
music videos. Like
Yeah.
that's literally the only time you guys
We
are
vibe
vibing.
behind closed doors.
Yeah, never in front of
After
people.
Cameron and I have already gone to bed, that's when you vibe.
Do you know what it's like living with the two of them who both go to bed at quote unquote reasonable times?
I can imagine you're super lonely.
It's annoying, and I'm made to feel like the crazy one for going to bed past midnight.
I know. The other night when we were here and like we were all kind of getting ready to go to bed and you went to the bathroom and like I was just waiting on you to get done so I can shower, and then you came over here and you sat down like you wanted to chat some more, but I was like, I hope he knows like I too am going to bed.
I just want
I
someone
too
to
am
talk to me late at night. That's all I want.
I know.
So, the first question that we'll get into, because this is a totally unscripted cocktails episode, we are going to be listening and responding to you. The first one,
Okay.
we should have thought of some of these answers.
I also have some questions as well. So
Do you
we'll
wanna
go
go
back and
first?
forth. No, you can
Okay.
go. Just like don't take them all up.
Okay. What's your favorite type of frog? I would say the ones that turn into a prince.
Yeah. What? That's a really good question.
I also like blue frogs.
Oh
The
my
poison
gosh.
dart frogs. They're really cool.
I know nothing about frogs.
No one else wants to chip in?
I mean, I
No.
don't know much about frogs, but I
This is a legitimate
that?
question.
They-
Allison
I like when
underscore
they
Wonderland.
are cute. Oh, we know her.
I know her.
Yeah, she
All right.
wants to know. She likes frogs. She wants to know.
Oh, I
Actually,
lied.
she
No,
didn't
this is
ask that.
no. The username is the right frog.
Oh, yeah, wait, I know her too. I've seen her. Okay, I have
Frogs
a
are cute,
question.
whatever. I don't know.
This is from Booty Army Emily. We all
Okay.
know
I
love
Booty
her.
Army Emily.
Mhm.
Oh god.
Spill the beans. What is the best kind of drunk? Wine, vodka, cider, etc.
Let's go in a row. I'm sure we all vote.
Allison,
Of our like we
what's
like
your favorite kind of
ourselves.
drunk?
What makes you feel the best and why?
I feel like I don't get drunk
Oh, here
that
she
often.
goes.
Eddies.
Here she
Okay.
goes.
Mine
Deep Eddies.
is vodka and it's deep eddies.
Specifically.
Specifically.
Yes.
But I don't know if that's the best. I just get really emotional.
She will cry.
Yeah, you're right. That's not necessarily the
I
best.
don't know if it's the best. I don't know.
Okay.
It's
My
Okay, bye.
favorite is tequila.
Of course.
Yeah. Come
Why?
on.
Why?
It just makes you happy and not so depressed like vodka does.
The other day we were talking about our drinks because Haley and I have drank vodka for a very long time, and she was just like drinking tequila the other night, and she looked at me and she goes, "Yeah, I'm just drinking tequila because I feel happy right now." And I don't feel that way with vodka anymore, but I feel happy with tequila, and I got it.
Yeah.
Because vodka lately has made me feel very almost nothing.
Nothing. I don't feel anything from vodka anymore.
It's
Is
just
that
like maybe
bad?
I stumble a little more, but I don't feel like
I'm
I
not, like,
just feel
drunk.
numb.
Yeah. No.
Not in a good way, like in a sad way.
Yeah. Just like down.
So I'm looking for happiness,
Okay.
and I'm
This
finding
is
that
too
in
analytical
alcohol.
Of
No,
alcohol. Like,
No,
I
it's
don't
not.
No,
understand.
it matters.
Well, we're
'Cause
Is
alcoholics.
this scientific? Do you know this?
Yeah, tequila
Yes.
is like the most upper of the of alcohol.
Really?
Yeah.
See, you
that's-
don't know. You just
I'm learning. We're always learning and always growing, Allison. Anyway, I would say for me personally, it goes. I think tequila is going to be my new thing, but I think that wine drunk, there is nothing comparable to that when you're just by yourself and it's not like a night out situation. I get so happy. 2 glasses of wine and I am replying to every Instagram story I watch.
Yeah.
Like it is sent to me
Wow.
personally.
Wine is like what I drink when I'm by myself. Yeah.
It's
I
so
don't drink
fun.
when I'm
Or champagne.
Okay, Allison, we get it. We get it.
I'm not
Alright,
saying I'm
Cameron.
better than you. I'm just saying.
You think you're better than me?
You think you're better than us?
Cameron?
Yeah.
She
I do.
does. Mine is a good Trader Joe's wine. Listen,
Let them know.
they have the best wine, $3.99, Shaw Chardonnay,
Organic.
organic, and 2 glasses and your night is good. Like you're happier than you've ever been in your life.
Wait, we drank a lot of champagne the other night, and that was actually I might put champagne up.
Oh, champagne is
And
right after
that-
tequila for me.
And that champagne we had is Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
It's something they put in there. They have to put like
It's like McDonald's
serotonin
Coke.
in there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right, Caleb, next question.
God, why don't I just want to keep talking about
We're just-
alcohol? I
we're
like
just
Aperol Spritz,
barreling through
limoncello.
these.
Give us the vegan cashew cheese recipe. No, I'm selling that. I'm holding on to that. Cease
I really
cheese.
want to make a cookbook and like commission you to write your C's cheese recipe in there.
You can't afford me.
The fuck?
That's my next dream is to
No,
sell
if
cheese.
he sells a food product before I do, like count me out of this business because literally that's the only thing he knows how to make. Other than that, he doesn't know how to season anything. Cameron, am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind.
This
but
is a
you
good
called me
question.
out the other day for not seasoning something enough.
Not sizzling. What?
Seasoning something
Seasoning.
enough.
Yeah.
That's because if I put a sprinkle of pepper, you say it's too spicy.
That's not true at all.
Allison,
It's true.
Pepper? No.
Pepper.
pepper? No.
I could literally put sugar on. You're like, it's too spicy.
Moving on.
All right, next question. This is good. Why don't you guys just rent a big house to share and film in?
Let me tell you.
Let's unpack this.
I have tried. I found the perfect house.
We
for
found
us.
a compound.
A compound. It had a front house. It had a back house. It had a.
We just wanted
office.
Caleb and Cameron to pay for it.
I was
were-
willing to pay what I can.
We
Right.
were looking to buy a house, and then as we were like looking, it became a house for all of us, and not just
it had a
Cam.
courtyard in the middle where we could just convene and we could
Yeah.
do what we needed to
It was
do.
a
All the
literal-
animals could be out there.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
We've
And-
had the what?
Cameron needs his space.
You would have had your space in there. Are you serious?
No, I need dedicated at least 200 square feet to myself.
It would have been that.
We have
need more
had
than
the
that.
experience of living together. Allison and I have lived together separately, but Haley and me and Cameron lived together before with Bria when we first got here, and we learned very quickly that we need space.
Yeah, and like living with a couple is really just different. Because
That's
then you
true.
get involved in their drama, and it's like it's a whole thing.
Well, luckily, Cameron and I have very effective communication, so we never fight.
All right, I have a question. Which is superior, hard shell or soft shell tacos?
Oh,
Wait,
God,
on the count of
that's
three.
not even
no,
a question.
count of three.
1, 2,
two,
3.
three.
Soft
Soft
shell.
shell.
Yes! That's why we're friends. Who the fuck wants to eat a taco out of a shell?
Well,
I
no,
will
wait,
say-
unless it's a double decker.
Oh my gosh, yes.
No.
Yes.
I was gonna say the one with the. It's not a double decker, is it?
I
It's-
don't.
Or, well, they
chalupa
have,
with
yeah,
the one inside,
it's-
yeah.
they're
I
the-
don't do
They got rid of the double
tacos.
decker, and now it's like the chalupa.
Okay, I'm glad we can all agree on the soft shells because
Yeah.
there's something worse than being like, it's taco night, and it's like hard, like,
Yeah.
Cheesy gordita crunch,
If I have a
double
hard,
decker.
I just break it up and then it becomes a taco salad.
which is also my worst nightmare. Taco salad.
Taco salad Thursdays at Marion High School.
Taco salad.
Sick.
That was Tuesday. Was
Sick, sick,
Thursday?
sick, 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 sick.
I don't remember. I barely went to lunch. I hid in Noelle's office.
I was there. I hid with you.
Yeah.
Favorite karaoke song?
Ooh. Down the line? None?
None.
I'm an Alanis Morissette kind of girl. I can. That's in my
course.
wheel. I just mean that's in my
course.
wheelhouse of like vocal. Like
It's in
Yeah,
your
like
range.
your vocal range.
it's more in my range.
I would say anything Lady Gaga.
Oh,
I
you're
always
saying
do like
shallow,
Edge
right?
of Glory, Shallow, You and I. Always Lady Gaga. Because
She's
once
saying
again, she's
Shallow.
like my same
Or-
like vocal
yeah.
range.
You sang Edge of Glory at
At
Saddles.
Saddles, yeah.
On Halloween, was it? Around Halloween?
That
I
was
love
the
that.
Halloween where
Also,
I died.
side note, Alanis Morissette, and also specifically because I sang this in Florida when I was there recently, like many times. It is what's her name? Amy Winehouse.
Oh.
What's the song?
Trying to make me
Rehab.
go to
No,
rehab.
no.
Sure.
Sometimes I
Valerie.
Veronica.
Valerie.
myself. Yeah.
Said Veronica.
Caleb?
My name is Veronica.
Yes! Yes!
Nombre
No
es
one knows.
Veronica.
You know that?
Yes, she showed it to me.
You didn't know before?
No,
No,
she
I
showed
showed
me in
like
high school.
years ago. Yeah.
Oh, I feel like no one knew what that was.
Cameron doesn't get it.
Is that like a Marion thing?
No, it's
She
a
was
YouTube-
an OG YouTube, like when YouTube
Yeah.
first came out.
I was
It was
searching
like
for
a
that video
viral.
recently.
Yeah.
I'm terrified of karaoke. I don't do it.
You sang with me. You sang
That was my worst nightmare.
no, you sang Shania Twain with me.
That was the worst time of my life. When I tell you I had a panic attack on stage.
You're lying.
Oh, come on.
I was
you were
freaking-
you were
You were
eating it
drunk.
up.
No, because
When
it
you were
wasn't
doing
my
karaoke
range.
at Drew's wedding,
Oh
you
yeah.
I
you
thrived.
literally you were running through the
I
crowd.
thrived.
You were running through the crowd.
Yes.
Well,
I
that was
committed.
Hot by NSYNC, which I can't believe that we did that in front of those people. And I remember just
Everyone
like
loved it.
first meeting with Jonathan Scott.
Oh, he
and-
just texted me.
Okay,
Oh,
name
name
drop. And just being like, and like looking back in the video and not realizing that he was right behind us, like watching us the entire time and being so incredibly embarrassed. Like he was like, and he was eating it up. He was laughing, but I was like,
Everyone
Jonathan
loved it.
Scott, I just met. And I was acting a fool, a fool. We looked dumb.
What a night.
Because
We looked dumb.
we were so drunk.
Wait, that was the night before the welcome dinner too.
Yeah.
So it was like we had no idea who
We had no-
anyone was.
no.
We had
Can
no
I,
idea.
side note, so there'll never be an opportunity for me to say this. I am in a group text with Jonathan Scott.
Oh yeah. Wait.
And I'm not gonna say who it is, but Jonathan Scott and two other people. And that one of those people is named Caleb. And he accidentally put me in there thinking that I was the Caleb he was talking
Yeah.
to. And
Caleb, it only makes sense if you give it the right
I
context.
literally can't do
Why
it.
can't you?
Okay, I'll give okay.
It's actually really funny.
Okay, so I'm in a
is
group
really
text with Jonathan Scott and Zoe Deschanel's parents.
I can't believe it's still going on.
Because her dad is named Caleb. And he thought that it was me in there. So he's like sitting in like really cute family updates, and like her mom is responding, and I'm just sitting there like.
I really hope Belinda listens to this.
Wait, didn't you tell?
Well,
He told her,
I text in the group and I said, LOL, I'm sure this is meant for a different Caleb. And then he texted me probably privately and he was like, oh my God, like, sorry, dude. And
he
then,
keeps using it.
And then I was like, okay, it's done.
Yeah.
But then he still keeps using it.
They respond. I bet it's the parents that responded
No,
again.
it's Jonathan that was and I like, it's just the sweetest thing. And like, her mom is so sweet. She's responding to everything. And I like, it hasn't happened for a minute. And so I think it might be done.
Yeah.
But like, he was like, here's the Zoom link for our call. And her mom was like, I don't know how to get in the Zoom.
Oh my God.
And I just felt so bad. So anyway,
So yeah, you're in a group chat with Jonathan and Zoe.
it's just like, I don't know what to, like, what do you say to that? After the second time, like, I just feel so bad.
You just gotta change your number.
I have to change my number, is what I have to do.
What was the question?
Oh, he has to answer.
Oh, the karaoke.
Karaoke.
He said no.
If you were
He literally just said
No. Literally, the only way is if I'm paid.
well, I feel like you could get there.
What a psycho.
I mean, no, I could.
Karaoke, Caleb.
I just don't. I don't know what I would sing. Because clearly I'd be drunk, so it's going to
I
be
think it would be
something
like
like
Sam
Smith.
vulgar.
I feel it could be
It
like
would-
My Type by...
It'd either be like something like
It would be
really
vulgar,
rap
for sure.
or something like Adele.
Yeah.
And there's no in between.
My dream is
Lord.
to hear you sing to someone like you in front of a crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
I
would
feel
have to
it.
be
Because you have
on
a really good
drugs.
vibrato.
Ooh, we like
I have
that.
the bravado.
bravado.
Did he say bravado?
Bravado. You do have bravado.
So this question is from one of our
Wait,
favorite fans.
actually, it's my turn.
Okay.
But cue up your question.
My question's queued.
My question is from Grace123452.
We love
I'm not laughing at you,
sequence.
Do Cameron and Allison like each other like him and Haley do?
This is actually cute.
I think
think they
that
like each other
Cameron
more.
likes Allison more than me.
I think Cameron and I have a lot in common.
I don't know if I'd say more, but I think Allison understands me
Yeah.
more.
I think that we
In a sense that
vibe.
we go to bed at the same time.
That's the only thing. No, I think we vibe. Like
I literally
more.
walked in the kitchen the other day and they were talking like a married couple.
We were talking. we were talking about
Like-
being sister wives.
Like,
Exactly.
We just get it.
I
We
think
get
that
it.
like I'm older. I think Cameron is like, if we're going in hierarchy of like how old you feel, I think that you feel close to my age.
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna
Because
end up in that problem.
whenever it's just the three of us, I'm not allowed to go to bed.
No.
I'm not allowed
No,
to.
that's not true. You do go to bed. We're just mad about it.
Exactly.
The other night, the next day, I took the time to thank him for staying up. I said, thank you for spending time with us.
I'm dead.
We just don't have as much history as you guys have because you guys have been best friends for as long as you have.
Mm-hmm.
So like I feel like give us like 15 years and like we're
I swear to
kicking
God,
them
don't
out.
fucking touch me.
This question is from Fitness Marshall superfan and podcast fanatic,
Wow, we love.
Margot Lemus 94.
Oh my God, Margot!
I don't want this.
Hold on, can we just gush about Margot real
Just
quick?
gush?
Because Margot is one of my best friends. What?
Yesterday, Allison asked me. She said, "Who is like the couple people you think will get like embarrassingly sloshed at your wedding?" And I said, "Margot."
Margot is my absolute like best friend ever. We were in college together. We lived together for literally 4 years. She's that bitch.
She's
She's the
been through
sweetest.
the
Oh,
ups
geez.
and downs.
She's like between like I feel like I only tell Caleb and Margot are the only two people who know everything about my lives. About my life.
Exactly.
Lies.
The Freudian
So
slip
yeah, that's
ever.
Margot. Anyways, what's her question?
Didn't even get to it.
Gush on
She
Margot.
wants to know. She knows it's divisive. She said, "What? who do each of you think is the greatest pop star of all time and why?"
Oh, okay. We've already had this. I've had this discussion with her before.
Okay, Allison.
I think you should start down there.
Oh, good. We already know your answer.
I know.
You're uneducated on the subject.
That's not true. Say it. You know who you want to say.
You know, my favorite, and no one is going to agree, is Rihanna.
Oh.
And
I just wasn't. I wasn't
crickets,
that.
okay?
exactly, and I said no one's going to agree.
I don't know that I
I love
disagree.
Rihanna. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
But pop star. The thing about Rihanna is that she literally can walk on stage and not do shit, and I still want to watch. And so, like that, in that respect, I respect her for that. Mm-hmm. But like to give me like a full on like, I'm never like really expecting like a full on show.
Right.
When she gives it, I'm like, yes, give it.
Like the fashion show.
Right. But like that wasn't her doing that.
Right, but I'm saying she like.
But like
still
she
did.
serves. But like she doesn't always serve. So when she does serve, it's a treat.
Right.
Yeah.
So like I get it. I love Rihanna. Don't get it twisted.
It's just, so that's like who you would be like, I can't wait to go see their show. Like they're the best pop star. They'll give me the best theatrical performance of whatever you
Does
consider to
Rihanna
be
even
important.
go on tour?
I mean, no, but like,
Who is the best all-encompassing pop star?
That's his answer.
What do you care about in terms of performance?
honestly, I just want them to feel it. That's why I love a good Adele.
So
I
why
love
is
a good
Adele?
Lord.
Because that's who I feel like you want to say.
Who?
But that's not a
Adele.
pop star.
Well, she's not a pop star.
She's like a pop star.
She's like a
What's,
What is she?
What is the?
She's like an Elton John of like the pop
That's-
world.
She's a
I
yeah.
would
But
say
it's
Ellen
like-
John is a pop star.
I don't know. Like Adele's
just
like
a
my
different
cry
kind of vibe.
playlist, not like my pop playlist.
Yeah. Caleb?
Duh.
Lady Hagar.
From my I'll say this from my personal lens and my personal experience. I obviously view Britney Spears as that person.
Right.
I do though think that if I were
Oh.
born in a different era, I
Yeah.
might say Janet Jackson.
Okay.
Because of the way she performs, Britney is the daughter of Janet Jackson, I would say.
100%.
The way she moves is what I fell in love with about Britney is her charisma and the way she hits accents, and that's very Janet inspired.
Very Janet.
So I will say that I think that Britney, even today, I'll watch her no matter what she does because I think that she's still captivating. But I think up through the circus tour is what we really saw Britney, Britney, the captivating pop star performer that you couldn't take your eyes off. I think that is the best pop star of our generation.
Okay, I agree with all of that. Everything you said. Obviously, Britney is my number one person in my world.
Mm-hmm.
But I also really, this is like just like the worst conversation ever because I'm very passionate about Lady Gaga.
That's so fair.
Yeah.
I'm very passionate about Lady Gaga just being one of the best performers and musicians ever. So that, and also just one little side note here, not really side note because it's Beyonce. Beyonce is Beyonce. And I fucking love Beyonce.
I just don't understand Beyonce still to this day.
Allison?
So here, I don't listen to a lot of that you guys do. No. But if I were gonna think of like my
Dave Matthews Band.
I love Dave Matthews. Shut up.
I know you do.
No, but in terms of a pop star, like what I care about is like singing and dancing and stage presence.
Does
and
Lady Gaga not have
charisma.
all that?
You don't even know what I'm about to say.
I'm just saying.
I was gonna say, to me, I feel like Lady Gaga is I have two people in the top tier that I think fit my criteria of what I care about in a performance. And do I know all of their repertoire? No, I know more of Gaga, but I think J-Lo is in that realm because I think that she is like, in terms of Gaga is always full out in dancing, but I think J-Lo looks more natural. So I think and I think that she's always full out and gives her all, but vocally, that can be discussed. But
I see what you're saying.
and for my armies out there, BTS.
I think your real answer is BTS.
Yeah.
They fit the entire.
Here we go.
No, it is. I thought we were talking about females, but I guess.
No,
But
I
they
know.
fit the entire what I care about in performance 100%. That's why I fell in love with them because they check every box for me in terms of performances.
I agree.
Thank you, Margot, for your question. Okay, this one's kind of more serious. We can, because we're going to be touching on, like, if you have already seen our podcast already, you've already touched on this. But it says, what did it feel like to be in the BLM protests as an ally to us?
Cameron, do you want to go first?
It was interesting being at City Hall, but I don't think it actually like hit me until we actually like went to the streets of downtown and like people were hanging out of their windows, like banging their pans and like rooting people on. And then it was just cool to see like there were just cars of people just handing out like granola bars or water. Yeah. And then there was like people, like nothing was organized by the city, but there were like stations set up of like water and snacks, and then like a poster station. Like it was just like the community made it.
Right.
Because like usually for events like that, you have like people that are like, oh, here's where this stand is going to be, here's where this is. But like things just happened. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, it was just really cool to be in that moment and just be there because like so much was happening all around. Because there were like police and National Guard everywhere. And so were we. Mm-hmm. So it was just crazy to be in that moment because we were like walking and I was like, wow, like I'm with my friends walking. Like this is powerful because like the people that I'm closest to are doing this with me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to a protest is interesting because you feel, I think when you get there, it's kind of like, now what? Now what do we do?
Yeah.
And we're just kind of standing there. But then you realize that just by you being there and showing up and being a body, it's about so much more.
Yeah.
And just being a visual representation of someone who says, yeah, hey, we want change. And so I think that's what's scary to a lot of people is they don't really know how to be an ally or how to do the right thing. And it's just more about doing something. Mm-hmm. And like we were with Rob, our friend, and he's like, I really don't know exactly like everything to say or all of my list of demands, but I know that change needs to happen. And I just need to be a white person and be in the protest.
Right.
And I think that was really cool just to kind of be in that body and represent something greater than ourselves.
I agree. It was really like, because obviously everything has felt so heavy, it kind of felt, it was weird because it seemed so joyous. Mm-hmm. Even though it's such a dark subject matter, everyone there was like there for each other. It was just such a sense of unity. Like Caleb, when we were walking, he accidentally called it a parade. And like this, I feel like it's like maybe a little bit tone deaf of me to say, but like I understand that because it was so happy because we were celebrating, like in a sense, the fact that we are unified together fighting against one cause. And I think that's really important, and it makes you feel really powerful. Mm-hmm. And like, wow, like our voices matter. Actually, you know what I mean? And
because it was kind of like that celebration, as in there's all these white people now who are listening and who haven't really gotten it before, and so it was this time. It's like finally people that aren't people of color, aren't black people, are listening to us and marching with us and understand the complexities of it that we just really hadn't before.
Right, and so like just like showing up and just being there. You're learning. Mm-hmm. And so I don't think that protesting is everyone's way of, doing their part, and it's not the only way or whatever, but like I think that it is important, like if that's something that you want to do, like to go and have that experience and realize that it's not for nothing.
Right.
Like your voice isn't for nothing. Like you're one body out of a lot, but like that one body counts for something. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Allison wasn't there, but she would have been there if she could have.
Truth about Australia. Are you coming?
I want nothing more.
We were
Wait,
supposed
someone
to
said
go
truth
this
about
year.
Australia?
Moody Army Emily, because she's from Australia. We met her on the Cotton tour.
Yeah.
We were supposed to come to Australia this year, and we obviously didn't talk about it or announce it, but we hinted at it.
Mm-hmm.
So glad we didn't announce that.
Yeah, that was sad.
I'm beyond sad.
Yeah.
So, Emily, there is no truth. We don't know the truth. The truth.
Eventually, we will get there.
COVID really... Yeah.
Threw a wrench.
Oh, I asked the wrong question. Can I go again?
Yeah, sure.
This is for Cameron and I.
Okay.
Oh, no.
What is the best part about being gay? We need some positive stuff.
Let me answer.
That's a cute question. I think that's nice.
What do you think?
I think I think the best part about being gay, and I just talked to my therapist, my psychologist about this, who is also gay. I think the best part about being gay is it's forced me to grow up in a world not meant for me. And so I have always had to look at things from multiple perspectives instead of my own. And I think that's really helped me become more worldly and less narrow-minded. I think that's why I was able to think outside the box and not follow a traditional path of a career even. It's just because I've realized that a lot of people, when they're born into this world, they think that it works a certain way. But since it never worked that way for me from the beginning, I've always known that there's a lot more perspectives and realities out there.
Yeah.
Clap, clap.
Yeah, because a lot of people just are in their ways and they copy what their parents do. But like for us, it's like, I don't know, like not ever fitting in makes you like fit in more in your future because you've understood everyone around you in a better sense because you've had to unpack your entire life, like who you actually are. Because like, you know, like as a child or like in middle school or high school, like I was playing a version of myself, but now I'm actually myself. And so like throughout that, I was able to learn like who the real allies were and who people I could depend on were. And, you know, before like coming out, you get to really know what people think. So then you know how to like educate them and have those conversations. But I don't know. I love being gay. Like, there's a whole culture to it.
So fun.
You know, like, we understand things really differently than, like, you know, straight people will. But it doesn't mean, like, straight people can't. It's just that we're better.
I think my other thing... shut up. No, I think also my other favorite thing is not being tied to really masculinity.
Yeah.
I think it's so freeing and fun, and I wish that everyone could experience that, not feeling judged for not being hyper masculine.
I think that's so interesting that you say that because I feel like women now, I feel like can relate to that more than other straight white men because I feel like it's a lot of fun for women to play into masculinity and you know what I mean? Like, so I think that you're right in the fact that it's so exciting and freeing to be able to like play into both of those sides.
Embrace the gender spectrum.
Yeah.
Well, I think from the outside, because I've obviously like been like I've immersed myself in a lot of the gay community or the LGBTQIA community
There too, yeah.
just throughout my life, like from dancing and
Right.
then like being in the theater department in college, and like a lot of my friends were like in the gay community, and so I've always just like hung out with just like I've just like been surrounded by like so many people in the community, and the sense of community is just always the most fun part.
Yeah.
Like hanging out and like doing fun stuff and like knowing that people like are gonna have your back no matter what and support you no matter what. Like that's, I think from the outside is like a really fun part about like knowing people in the gay community and being an ally and being part of it. It's like so fun and just not like drab.
Yeah, and that's why like gay bars are so important because like that is a space for like gay people to be and like be accepted, and whenever you're there, you know, like everyone is like
Gets
there
it.
and they understand. And also like if people come in, like everyone knows like who really shouldn't be there,
Right.
and like doesn't belong.
But it's also good in the sense of like they're being exposed to a culture they're not used to. Like it's good for those type of people who like being dragged to a gay bar. Like, yes, this is a culture different than your own, and like that's okay. You know what I mean? Like you need to, like, gay people are real people.
And listen, that is where straight men can learn consent,
Oh yeah.
because if
Yeah,
a
they
gay
will
man
get
comes
hung,
up
yeah.
to a straight man, they're able to say no, and they're like, oh, that's
Right.
what no
Oh,
means.
that's what no
oh,
means.
that's
I love
what it
that,
means.
yeah.
No, because like my stepdad has been to like our favorite gay bar in Indy with us a million times,
Yeah.
and like people will buy him drinks or whatever, and he's always
Yeah.
just like, I'm here,
Feels
just
weird.
having fun. Like
Yeah.
he's like, he just lives with it,
Yeah.
and he's like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
so.
Cool. All right. Next is me. What's your favorite place to eat in LA?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Don't get me started on food.
I love sugarfish.
Oh yeah, y'all love sugarfish. I think I need a second to think about this.
You have too many.
I know.
I'll
You-
start because I don't know. I don't live here yet. or at all. So
I think I know what you're gonna say, and I hope it's what you're gonna say.
Is it home state?
I was gonna say home state.
Yes.
Yeah.
We haven't had it since we've been here.
I know it's every
Oh, I
time,
know.
like every night. I'm like,
Homestay is such an experience.
it's so good.
It is.
I know. I miss going there because then it's like you get everything, and then you're able to order more and
Yeah.
more margaritas because we
Right.
order them by the gallon.
Yeah, I cannot
But sometimes it's just not
wait.
enough. But it's a lot.
I can't wait to just go there and just like chill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're opening their 4th location in Orange County soon.
I'm really
Also,
having a hard time.
I'm an in and out girl.
Shut
Shake
the
Shack.
fuck up. Shake Shack.
Shake Shack's so much
Shake
better.
Shack is so much better.
Because they have the chicken sandwich.
Yeah. It's just like
And that's
all of
why-
it's
that's
better.
why
I
for
care.
me.
I can get a
I
chicken
s-
sandwich somewhere else.
still
No,
love
a
In-N-Out.
good chicken sandwich is hard to come by. Okay.
True.
I don't care that much about chicken sandwich.
Especially when we don't eat Chick-fil-A.
For some reason, all I wanted to say is sweet green, even though I know they have sweet greens everywhere. But I love sweet green. Am I wrong?
They're not
No,
like
you're
everywhere.
right.
They're good.
They're like in
They're
big
like Colorado.
There's
Where are
no
they?
place that I would be more
Oh.
excited about going than Sugarfish.
We know.
But I'm such a big foodie that like I don't love going to like every place like consistently.
Also, John and Vinny's.
John and
Oh,
Place
King
we
Vinny's.
went. What was the place we went like a few times ago when I was here? That like it's kind of like famous people kind of go there. What was it? It's dark. It's got tall ceilings.
okay, every
Republic?
LA
every
restaurant.
LA restaurant.
Republic, was that it?
Republic.
That's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It's
really,
really
good.
good.
what I
Really
mean.
expensive. Bring your checkbook.
Yeah.
Bring your checkbook anywhere.
Yeah.
Not sweet green. Yeah.
Yes,
Green.
sweet green. Are you
I literally
serious?
at
Like $16 for a green.
Yeah.
salad. But you
Sweet
know what?
green?
That is worth it. Sweet green.
Sweet green is
slaps.
great.
Sweet green. Okay. Cameron
green is
I
not-
used to,
You used to hate it.
but
You would never let us
it was
get
because I went to the Hollywood one.
Yeah.
And the Hollywood one just never hit it for me. And I don't know why. I'd like to know why.
If they had a more fruity salad with a raspberry vinaigrette.
No.
a reason.
No. There's a
It would be
reason no
perfect.
one puts fruit in their salad.
Okay, the three of us over here. The
Three.
the three of us over here don't put fruit in our salad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If you love a fruit in your salad and a nice vinaigrette and some
Unsubscribe.
no, comment below and then text me. Text me. Message me and we'll talk about it.
No.
I'm like
it's
really
your
trying to like pick the next question. It's very hard. What are you glad you learned as a child?
Oh.
That's heavy. I feel.
I don't think that's
it shouldn't be.
That's
But
heavy,
it
like
is.
something good. Like I think that's something good that I learned that my mom
Heavy.
taught me is to like respect people who are different than you.
Mm-hmm.
Like doesn't matter who they are, where they come from, their sexuality, their race, their religion. Like just respect people because like we're all just people. And like even someone's like religion or like things like that, their socioeconomic status, like
Yes,
that's not everything is
socioeconomic.
like in their control. And so like you need to love people for who they are and get to know like them.
Yeah.
That's a great life lesson for your mom, April Jordan, woke. Congratulations, you won the parenting battle. Allison, do you know anything?
I mean, I don't think that I knew that I was learning anything, but I do think somewhere along the line, like I was taught, like along those same lines of like respecting people and not like being disrespectful or speaking ill of people and
Yeah, you don't
You know what I
speak
mean?
ill
Like,
of
I don't-
anyone.
Yeah.
I don't know when or where I was taught that wasn't sat down and like told that. So
Yeah.
obviously that's
It's never like
a
a
good
sit
thing
down
that came
thing.
from-
It's a day by day
Yeah.
like type
Yeah.
of thing. That's how it's the most impactful. It's when it's implemented every single day.
Like I do. However that happened, whoever showed me that, mom, dad, sister, like grandparents, whatever. Like I'm glad that like I was taught that, so that growing up, like I could have my eyes open to more people. So I think like that small foundation like allows you as you grow up and becoming an adult to like accept people more and
Yeah.
I don't know. So I guess that because I feel like I am glad
It's
that
like the best lesson you can learn.
Right.
Yeah.
Kebab?
I think being told that I could be anything I wanted to be.
Mm-hmm.
My parents always gassed me up and I was raised that there was no limits and that you could have any career you wanted, do any job you wanted, and that nothing should, I never felt responsible for my parents or my family. I never felt like there was anything that I was expected to do. It was always follow your dreams and go as far as you can. And also that no one, you are not owed anything in this life, so you better follow your dreams and figure out how to make that happen. And I think that always propelled me, because I never in my life thought about a backup plan or that I had to think of like realistic options. It was always just of course I can be whatever I want to be. Like, I'm just gonna shoot big.
I feel like I could add on to that too, not to like steal your spotlight, but like my mom and dad never, I was allowed to dance like how I wanted to and compete and whatever, and I wasn't ever like really talked down from that, and that allowed me to like really find what I wanted to do in life.
agree.
And so like not being like, oh well, you can only pick one class and that's all you can do. Like my mom like worked her butt off to allow me to compete, which is not cheap.
No, I literally couldn't do it.
and I got to study that in college then, and so like that as well, I would piggyback off that.
Yeah.
Same. My mom literally did literally the same thing. Like was like putting me in like singing competitions because she knew like even if I didn't want to do it, like she knew that's what I wanted to do, or like dancing, just like stuff that like even I didn't want to do it, and she was like, no, you do. You're just scared.
Ooh.
So like just do it.
Yeah.
Cameron.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
No, I think I learned like how to be there for people and understand people from like my mom and sister, because we were so like, I don't know, it was like us against the world at sometimes, and like figuring out how to navigate the world, and also like just like be there for yourself also, because like it was really hard for my mom like when I was a kid, and so just figuring out a way to like, you know, still support everyone else while supporting yourself is really hard.
Like even when you're going through
like,
a hard time, like how can I be there for other people?
Like even being like a single mom, just like everything she did was like for other people, like her entire like adulthood. And so I'm just like thinking back on that, I'm like, wow, like, you know, how am I bringing that into me being an adult? Like, am I there for people the way that like she was there? Like, yeah, we were her kids, but also it was like sacrifice after sacrifice. So like figuring out how to like, you know, also like break the mold as well, and like becoming your own person. And I don't know, it was always like everyone always expected all these great things from me, and so it just like pushed me to like go to college, like become a person, do what I wanted to do. Like,
were you the first graduate from your family?
That's cute.
Yeah. So
You're impressive because you literally do so many things, and like Haley, when I talked about in the last one, that you both just like figure things out. Like you didn't know anything about this industry when you like started getting in it, and you are literally
He's about to produce it gets like a live
Right.
stream.
yeah, I feel like I've always had a million different jobs and roles. Like I'm so used to that. Like I was a server at the same time I was like running orientation, at the same time I was working in an office. And then like now like what I do every day is different all the time, and now I'm like producing live streams. Like I'm always doing a million things.
2 years ago you were
like
2 years ago he was on an ambulance saving someone.
Yeah, you have an aura about you that's just like people will believe that you know what you're doing, even if you don't, and you will not let them think that you don't. Like
That's
you will fake it till you make it.
Behind the scenes, you'll be like stressed out and freaking out and trying to figure it out, but you'll never let anyone see you sweat.
100%.
Yeah, like at every show, like a million things to be going wrong, but I'm like, here we go.
Here I am.
All right, I have one more question over here from me.
Okay.
And it's directly from Caleb, or to Caleb, and it's from the Right Frog.
Listen, I said blue box.
It is Caleb. Which tittin of Haley's do you like better?
My God.
Tittin.
Soph.
It literally spelled
Absolutely.
Yeah, didn't.
I don't like cats. I think that they're boring and
Oh my
entitled
God.
and they're-
Entitled? Have you seen
don't
your
you
dog?
dare talk about fucking son.
He's literally a human, so yes,
He's
he
a
is
human.
entitled to
Here's the
his
difference is
opinion.
dogs are human, cats are cats.
Yes.
Okay, you're being mean.
I'm not being
Because
mean.
cats, they have feelings, they have personalities.
Oh,
Then
love
why
you
would you be
so
able to
much, Mr.
differentiate Soph and Addie?
Well, Addie is
Addie is me.
Addie's
so be
impossible to have interpersonal
That's
communication
not
with.
true.
I like Soph.
Soph is easier to cuddle. She is fluffy. She will let you
I
hold
would
her.
argue differently. I think
Do you know
Addie
the
likes
difference
to cuddle.
between them?
Can you let go of the mic stand? You're getting very tense.
Soph is
I
like,
can't tell them apart. I'm lying. I don't know who's who.
Soph is the one that's more like easy to get along with.
oh my god, Addie has anxiety. Can't you relate?
Wow, we're gonna do this now.
I'm just saying.
Here he is. He knows you're talking
Hi.
about him.
Chill. Hi. I have
What
something
have
fun.
you? Okay.
What's your last Amazon purchase?
Wait,
That's a good one.
mine was microphones for Haley and Allison in the live streams.
dead.
We brought it. We brought the sass.
Mine was retainer bright for my Invisalign.
What? Mine is a sourdough bread basket and bread scorer.
Mine is a coloring brush.
What?
A coloring brush over your hair.
Yeah,
Oh.
like a hair coloring.
Oh my god,
part.
that's hilarious. That's hilarious. Cute.
All right. Well, what? Should we all do a music recommendation?
Yeah, let's do it.
I don't know.
Allison, you are so
Does
passionate
it have
about
to be a music? It could be any kind of media, Allison.
any
Just
kind of
pick
media.
one.
I don't want to
But
be first.
I have a recommendation
Okay.
off the top. Tap In by Saweetie.
Okay.
All right.
That's it.
Tap in. Kebab.
I would like to recommend the Chromatica album. That
Ooh.
is, in my humble opinion, up there with Fame Monster. And I think that Alice, Fun Tonight, 911, Plastic Doll, Sour Candy, Sign from Above, and 1,000 Doves are gems and deserve everything and more.
Well, I'd also like to say, because that was music, the flip side, Married at First Sight.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say.
Guys,
let her
okay,
speak.
listen, guys. I'm
No.
gonna pee my pants.
That's
then
fine.
what's your recommendation that
That's
you can go?
fine.
Fuck.
You watch so many. What about a documentary? That
What
you
about
can
the morning show?
No.
I've watched so many documentaries that they're all starting to blend together. 13th.
Okay.
Mine's Married at First Sight as well. And also, this is a recommendation from you guys, but I'm going to reiterate it. I started listening to the Jamil podcast.
Ooh, that's from
that's
Haley.
me.
And
That's
it's so
all me,
good,
bitch.
and I recommend as well.
Also 1619. Also there's
Here she goes.
there's this podcast that I just found from this girl on TikTok. And it's called Lessons That You Missed in History Class. And it's really good, and it teaches you about all the stuff that you literally missed in history class, and it puts it in a very like relative, like contextual way of like where it's like way easier to understand exactly what's going, like what happened.
That's like the one I told you about, the NPR one of
Yeah.
the history storytellers, whatever, where they take what's happening right now and they
Sure, that's
reiterate
very
back
easy to do.
Reiterate it back to things that have happened in the past. I don't think it's biased, but I also haven't listened to that much of it, so don't come for me if it is.
Intentions.
My intention for the week is to continue to have the Black Lives Matter movement in the forefront of my mind. I think it's like a collective intention, really. It's to continue having uncomfortable conversations with family and to just be aware when you hear things that are like microaggressions or like racist, and just to confront them in the moment. I think that's the hardest thing for me, is to like not try to keep the peace. So I think that's my intention.
I would agree, and just like to keep educating myself and like making it a like habit and not just like a moment in time of like learning every single day, and like not having to like post and consume it from other people all the time. Like, let me go do my own research instead of like always just getting it from other people that I'm following on social media, which is like great, like whatever. But like, I feel like it's best for me when I'm like learning it from actual Black voices.
I mean, yeah, I agree. I don't think there's really, like, I think we're all pretty in agreement on this. I think because it's Pride Month as well, to like continue to educate myself on not just like the Black Lives Matter movement, but how it coincides with people in the gay community and people in the LGBT community.
We love intersectionality.
All right, Cameron, we have 15 seconds.
My intention is to grow and prosper. Because I think people should always be willing to change.
Yes.
And we need to normalize
Changing.
This meme is going everywhere, to normalize changing your views on things.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's so important because I used to be homophobic and now I'm gay. But like really I learned to be homophobic because where I was from,
Yeah, for sure.
but I was actually gay, but homophobic at the same time. So always be willing to change.
You've had quite the story.
Normalize
Yes, you have.
the change.
Coffee.
Everyone do it together.
Coffee with my ex.
And my ex
Good
is ex.
night.
Cute.